What's up, you guys? Alsby here, and here's a little bit of interesting news that just came out. Probably not like recently, but I think about a week ago. So recently, WB, um, WB recently held a sort of test screening for Aquaman, and apparently people are saying that it actually went very well. A lot of people actually enjoyed the film for its emotional impact and its love story as the backbone. So yeah, I'm gonna say what I like about it and also what has me worried. But essentially, here are some of the details about the film that I'm reading off of what some people are saying about it. So I'm gonna read this and I quote: Aquaman is not a prequel, and it takes place after Justice League. Steppenwolf's defeat at the hands of the League is directly mentioned. The people of Atlantis speak normally underwater, no bubbles. Aquaman also gets to talk to fish. So I'm glad to hear that this movie isn't being retconned as a sort of standalone film in its own universe. This actually does take place after Justice League, which at least gives me some hope that this is still a cinematic universe in its own sense. And another interesting thing is that now apparently people in Atlantis speak normally, no need for the water bubbles. I don't think the water bubbles were going to be a very big key factor in the way that they do things. I think the whole water bubble thing was just something between Mira and Arthur. And hell, that was most likely a Joss Whedon scene anyway. So I don't think James Wan wanted to do the whole bubble speaking thing. I think Zack Snyder had them speak on land, but then Joss Whedon changed it to underwater. So obviously James Wan wanted to do his own thing, and that's why there's no water bubbles that they're going to be talking into. And also Arthur Curry does talk to fish. For okay, I kind of figured that. So another interesting bit of information: fans of Jeff Johns' New 52 Aquaman are in for a treat. The film apparently takes a lot of inspiration from that run, from the New 52 run. Atlantis' design has also been compared to being a mix of Final Fantasy and the Star Wars prequels. So, I have never read an Aquaman comic. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that out loud. I have never read an Aquaman comic before. I'm not the biggest fan of Aquaman even now, but essentially it's taking place from the New 52 comic, and I don't know how that comic is. I think a lot of people liked it, maybe. I don't really know. I never read it. So, I never read anything in the New 52, so yeah. But apparently, I hope that means it's a good thing. And also, Atlantis has been compared to Final Fantasy and Star Wars. Now, the question is, which Final Fantasy? Which Final Fantasy are we talking about here? Are we talking about Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 12, Final Fantasy which one? Which Final Fantasy are we talking about here? I think they're talking about Final Fantasy 15 since that's the most recent one. And if that is the case, then that's going to look amazing, especially underwater. And it also said it's a mix of that and Star Wars prequels. I don't know what they mean by Star Wars prequels. I guess they mean like the cities that were in the Star Wars prequels with the flying cars or something. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see for that one. And another detail, which this is the detail that actually had me paying attention very closely about, and it's Jason Momoa will wear the classic Aquaman costume later on in the film. And this image is a great representation of what it looks like. Basically, the image that they're showing is an image of New 52 Aquaman. Oh, sorry, I think that was my Skype thing coming up. But they said it's basically the New 52 Aquaman. And if that is the case, then I'm going to be interested to see how that works. Are they going to make the top gold or just keep it orange? I'm not sure. It's going to look a little weird seeing this version of Jason Momoa in that outfit. But hopefully they make it look good. And that's all I'm hoping for. Oh yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I think my Skype's going off. So you'll have to excuse me for that. I'm sorry. Hopefully it doesn't really interrupt a lot of the video. So another interesting detail is that The trench is also in the film. Thanks to James Wan's horror film background, these segments are said to be pretty creepy. Expect some scary looking monsters as well. So, this was what I was hoping to see. This is what I really wanted to see from James Wan. Since he loves horror films, this is the aspect of Aquaman that I was really looking forward to. And I noticed DC is hiring a lot of horror movie directors to do these superhero films, which is kind of funny. But I really want to see what a horror film director can do with a superhero film. And with James Wan and Aquaman, I think that's going to be a very intriguing film because he's done the Conjuring. Wait, he's the one who did the Conjuring, right? James Wan. I think he's the one who does the Conjuring or some other film. Yeah, James Wan. He does The Conjuring and he did Fast 7. Oh, and he also did Insidious and Saw. Wait, he did Saw? Damn, I didn't know he did the Saw movie. So that was him. But yeah, James Wan is a master when it comes to comedy. So I can't wait to see how he does Aquaman while also adding that horror aspect to it. And last but not least, Black Manta is a secondary villain with Orm, the Ocean Master, serving as the main antagonist. His look is completely comic accurate as well as his origin. So, here's another thing that I'm kind of wondering. How are they going to make that helmet look good? Like, how the hell are they going to make Black Manta's helmet look at all? Like, I don't know how they're going to make it look good. It's going to look a little weird, but I hope it works out well. So yeah, the test screening, it was like not so finished CGI. Like the CGI wasn't finished that well, but a lot of people loved it in that test screening in Burbank, California. So that has me excited and happy for the film, but at the same time it also has me worried. I'm worried because of the fact that this isn't the first time that a DC movie has had positive first testing screening, but a disappointing box office and movie release. It's happened with Batman v Superman. It's happened, I think, with Suicide Squad, and I don't know. I'm just worried, you know? I'm worried that it's going to happen again. I'm worried that we're going to go down this path where, oh, this movie is great on test screening, but then when it hits the actual theaters, it gets mediocre box office numbers. And that's what I'm worried about. Especially post-Justice League. Because a lot of people lost their trust in Justice League and DC. A lot of people lost their trust in DC films after Justice League. Because Justice League did so bad, now probably a lot of people are like, it's just another DC movie. I'm sure it's not going to be as good as Marvel's film. And so on. And that's going to be the consensus. But then again, Aquaman is going to be all the way in December by itself. So that will probably give it a strong chance to be able to shine. Because there's no competition. It's literally sitting there by itself in December of 2018. So maybe that'll give it a bit of a kickstart to make it stand out above and beyond. But only time will tell. But anyway, I'm glad to hear that Aquaman's early test screenings were doing so well and that it's gotten praise. And hopefully we see at least a trailer of it, because they did show a trailer at Comic-Con last year. So hopefully we see something of that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about all this news? Do you think Aquaman has a chance to succeed, or will it fall flat in the water like Justice League did? But let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace. By the way, this is a very creepy picture of Jason Momoa. He would have made a pretty damn good Lobo. But I'm not ready to talk about Lobo yet because of Michael Bay.